The man was suddenly stunned by a sneak attack with a stun gun. During the struggle, his special forces pendant was snatched away. Then the gangster pulled out a knife and cut open Chris's chest before throwing him to the side of the road. Fortunately, Chris was rushed to the hospital in time and survived. Once recovered, he immediately reported the incident to the police, but the chief had already been bribed and forced Chris out. At first, Chris tried to endure it, until he discovered his younger brother had been poisoned. When the gangsters mocked him again, Chris finally snapped. He stormed into their hideout, smashing everything with a stick. Soon, he found his target. With a precise throw, he knocked the gangster's weapon away and took him down, reclaiming his pendant. Chris then hurled the stick at a window on the second floor, smashing the glass and spotting the boss of the gang. The boss retaliated by taking Chris to court, but Chris removed his shirt, revealing the scars left by the gangsters. The evidence shocked everyone, and the court declared him not guilty. The townspeople elected Chris as the new police chief and dismissed the corrupt officers. Chris immediately began rounding up the gangsters, eventually gathering evidence of the boss's crimes. But just then, an explosion erupted outside the station. Gangsters opened fire with machine guns. Chris quickly went into cover, fired through the floor, kicked open a hole, and hid beneath the building to launch a counterattack. One by one, he took down the mob. He then tracked the gang boss to his hideout. The boss pretended to surrender, but triggered a hidden mechanism, dropping Chris into a trap. Chris managed to grab onto the edge, but the boss attacked with a stick. Chris seized it and dragged the boss down with him. Neither man died from the fall. The boss pushed Chris out of the factory, breaking his leg. Forced to retreat into the woods, Chris painfully reset the bone. The boss came after him with an axe. Chris grabbed a wooden branch to fight back. Despite his injury, Chris overpowered him. The boss was finally subdued. And Chris, though battered and broken, had won.